This was really kind of like its own animal for me, independent from anything I've ever done. When I auditioned for it, I came to Vito, and he sat Max and I down in the chair, and he's like, "Okay, just go." And he gave us the script. I was like, "Oh, okay, we're going." And 20 minutes later, we're still doing it over and over again. I was like, this is an interesting audition. All right. And before I left, he's just like, "Okay, you got it."
Well, that's alright, mama. That's alright with you. That's alright, mama. Just any way you do. That's alright.
I had been reading this book called How to Stop Acting by Harold Guskin. There's this one exercise that really helped me discover what it was really like to be Elvis. And exercise is so simple. It's called taking it off the page. And I seriously, I credit a huge bit of the work I did to this exercise, to this author that wrote this. And you just start with a line, you look down, you breathe it in, and then you take a minute, like you take a second, and then you say that line. But you say it off of pure instinct, off of pure impulse of however you're feeling in that moment. And I did that throughout the entire script. And it was so great because I got to feel the words like kind of enter my body as if they came from me as opposed to coming from a script. When I was watching the movies like King Creole and Jailhouse Rock, I got a sense of who Elvis was in those movies and how he carried himself, his tonation, his vocal patterns. He has such a really interesting voice, actually, and that kind of fascinated me. And what I did is I took that exercise and took what I pulled from the movies and kind of combined it, and it became this really organic human being of an Elvis. My way in, I guess, was really being present to everything I was saying and being Elvis at the same time. I mean, there's so many times where Vito was just like, "Just be Elvis. Just be Elvis. Just be Elvis." And I was like, "No, it's not that simple. It's not that simple." And I'd go home and I'd bang my head in the wall. But it really is that simple.
Apologize. I guess I'm a little keyed up. It's just a little frustrating seeing you boys tonight. It just reminds me of the way it used to be. It all just feels like it's slipping away.
So I have a line in there where I say, I wish I was on that plane. Or I wish I was on that plane instead of Holly. And there were so many plane interferences while we were filming it. And there was a time when Vito was like, "Goddamn plane." And then right after that I was like, "I wish I was on that plane instead of Holly." And then everyone laughed, and
It all just feels like it's starting to just...
Hold on, plane.
Fuck you, plane.
Fuck you, plane. I'm the king.
You don't interrupt the king.
Sometimes I wish I was on that plane.
I remember King Creole. There was that one scene where he's like talking to his father, and his father's telling him that he can't go sing at this bar, and Elvis is like, "No, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do." And it's like 45 seconds of Elvis talking, and I recorded that, and I kind of just dissected it as a scientist, like his vocal patterns and what he says, how he says it. And I connected the work that I did in college with the IPA, and then Elvis's vocal patterns, and I think I was able to get it down.
It's alright.